Hi, my name's Jeff. This is the first video, I hope, of many. And really, the purpose of this video and maybe this channel will be to talk about my journey through aortic valve replacement surgery and everything that goes along with that. I know I found it very helpful watching other channels as I've been preparing for this. And so I thought one more probably, you know, will help everyone else that's out there if this is something you're going through. So, real quick, I'm 39 years old. I was diagnosed with a bicuspid aortic valve when I was 18 in just a routine physical that I was doing. And so, for the past 21 years, I've been seeing a cardiologist every year and doing a yearly echocardiogram to monitor the progress and look at the dilation, the amount of leakage that's going along with that bicuspid aortic valve. Then I would say in the past 5 years or so, I've seen that leakage increase a little bit more. But really, this year, when I had my annual exam in February, my cardiologist told me I needed to go ahead and start talking to a surgeon, which I had heard a little bit before. But I went ahead and made an appointment to do that, and that was about 2 weeks ago. And the surgeon basically told me, with where I am with the severe amount of leakage that I have, that now it would be the time to make that decision to do surgery. So I sought out some recommendations for another surgeon because I think it's very important to find someone that you're um, very comfortable with and have a lot of confidence in to do a surgery this major. So um, just 2 days ago, I met with a different surgeon, which we decided to go with, and we will be going down the path this summer of having my aortic valve replaced with a mechanical valve. At the moment, we think it'll be the Onyx mechanical valve, and surgery has been scheduled and confirmed for July 14th, 2023, which is a little over 2 months away. And so, again, the purpose of this video and the channel and videos going down the road will just be to walk through my journey, and hopefully help others that are going through the same thing. This is a major life event, but it looks like it's something that's much more common than I had ever really looked into, because I had just kind of put off looking into this whole process for years and years and years, since I was feeling well. So, it's interesting as I kind of go back and look at it. Every year when I went to the cardiologist, the first question they ask, hey, do you have any symptoms? Any shortness of breath, chest tightness, swelling in the ankles, dizziness, any of that? And for years and years, my answer has always been no. And interesting enough, in February this year when I went, that was my answer as well. And then 2 weeks ago, when I met with the surgeon, and he explained more and more of it, and then I hopped on YouTube and started watching videos from different channels talking about this, and listened to different cardiologists. I realized that I probably have been having symptoms, and really mainly since the end of last year. And so I can go back now with a hyper level of kind of hindsight and knowing what those real symptoms are, and looking at it more of a the symptom of the valve versus just age and getting older. I can see those, and really they started around December of last year. So today is May the 3rd of 2023, and so really December of 2022 is when I maybe started noticing the symptoms. And now I can look back and see that, and a couple of those were uh, decreased stamina. I'm a very active person. I work out 5-6 days a week. I do a good bit of running. I do some spin classes. I do weight training. I do high intensity workouts with weights, without weights, and have always been able to keep up and do all of those workouts fine. I'm actually probably in the best shape of my life because of really increased working out over the last 3 years. But if I look at it now, at the end of November last year, when I would jump on a treadmill and go for a run, I could easily run 6 miles really without stopping. Not at a fast pace, maybe a 6.3 pace on the treadmill, and run that 6 miles without any issues at all. Now, in the last few months, when I've done that, it's been more of a 3 mile run, 30-minute type of run, and even that I maybe can get 10 minutes in, and I need to walk for a little bit, and I can maybe run another 6-7 minutes and then walk for a little bit. I attribute a lot of that to age and just being out of shape, because sometimes I'll go a few weeks or a month without running, but it just wasn't improving. And so now I can look at it in light of this probably is related to the aortic valve versus just age. And so then I kind of realized maybe I have been having tightness of the chest. Again, I've just maybe had it for a long time whenever I'm exercising and don't realize it. I've also noticed just a decreased amount of energy overall. And again, attributed this to age. So I thought, hey, I could take a nap any afternoon, but that's what guys that are late 30s, around 40 to do, right? I can remember my dad doing that as a kid. So I thought, sure, this is all it is. But now I realize that it's probably not just that, that I'm getting older. And so, it was hard for me to really recognize these symptoms. And I think that's really the case from what I've seen, because I am getting older, but I'm still very active. I've really had to slow down nothing in my life. I mean, I help coach some of my kids' teams in baseball. I've helped in soccer. I can get out and play with them. I can play on a softball team. We can get out and like I said, run or do any of these exercises. But now as I look at it with the full context of what's going on and understanding where that valve is at this point and the leakage that's occurring, the difference in maybe the ejection rate, the dilation, all the things that go along with it, I realize that I've been going downhill a little bit with my energy level, stamina, and so it's just something more I'm hyper aware of now, and so I'm very confident in everything I've seen and talking to the doctors that I will be able to bounce back well after this surgery. Now, again, this is a major surgery that we're going into, and I never put any thought into it at all, other than knowing that one day I'll have surgery, until about 2.5 weeks ago. And so, again, I wanted to take time to make these videos, and I'm sure they'll be terrible production quality, but again, I know it's very helpful for me to watch other people's journeys, see what's going on. It's very comforting to see. So my plan's going to be, I'll post this video today. I've got maybe around 10 weeks until my surgery. At this point, that is scheduled for July 14th, and I'm to be at the hospital at 5:30 a.m. On the day of surgery. And then a week before that, on July 7th, I will have appointments to get another cardiovascular CT reading, do my pre-admission testing, meet with the surgeon. So that'll and do all that a week beforehand. So I will definitely make a video anytime there's something like that goes on. Again, just as from my perspective with my journey, to maybe help comfort those that are going through this as well. So I will be, probably won't have another video for another couple months. I may have a meeting, an appointment with my general practitioner between now and then, and so I'll update anything that comes along, because again, the more I feel like you can learn and see what these processes look like, the better you feel, and the more comforting it is as you kind of approach this. So I'll do that, and my hope will be that I'll make them as I go along at every milestone, and then once I have the surgery, as often as possible initially, just to kind of walk through what my experience is, in the hospital, through everything. It's, I guess, as soon as I'm able to make those and feel up to it, and then give recovery videos as I go along, talk about different things, and so. That's where we are at this point. Like I said, a little over around 10 weeks away from my aortic valve replacement surgery, in which will be the full open, open heart variety where they're going to surgically implant the Onyx aortic mechanical valve. So, I hope this is helpful, and we'll see you on the next video.